All right, now we're going to do our second part of comparing. Yesterday we looked at comparing fractions that had either a common denominator or they had a common numerator, and we were able to figure out. Well, now we're going to look at fractions where we don't have a common denominator and we don't have a common numerator, and we're going to have to figure it out. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for our common denominator. A common denominator is where they have a denominator that is the same for the both of them. Okay, so if we have the fraction 3/4 and 6/8, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite those fractions, and we're going to make what's called a reverse t-chart. And we're going to start with 3/4. I'm going to stretch it out, and I'm going to find all the multiples of 3 and all the multiples of 4. Okay, so I'm going to count by 3. I'm going to go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And I usually count on about 5 or 6 of them. And then I'm going to do my denominator, 4. So I'll go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. And what I've done here is I have come up with all of these equivalent fractions for 3/4. So I've found all these fractions that are equal to that 3/4. All right, now I'm going to do the same for 6/8. Okay, and again, I'm going to go about 5 or 6 out, and I'm going to count by 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. Now I'm going to count by the 8s. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, and 56. Okay? Now, what I need to look at is my denominators. I'm not going to worry about my numerators right now. I want to look at my denominators. And I look and I start with the 4. Well, this one starts with 8, so I know that's not going to be my common denominator. Well, I have an 8 here and I have an 8 here. Are they the same? Are those the same denominator? Yes. So 6/8 and 6/8. Well, we'll look at those. They're both the same fraction, aren't they? 6/8 is equal to 6/8. So therefore, 3/4 would be equal to 6/8. Because 6/8 equivalent fraction is, 3/4 equivalent fraction is 6/8. And we have that here. So that's where they would be equal. They're not always going to be equal. So let's look at another one. Let's try, I want to do one. We're going to find it right away. Just a minute. Let's go with 1/4 and 3/10. Which one would be better? Actually, you know what? 1/4 and 3/10. Okay, so I'm going to take my 1/4 first, and I'm going to make my sideways t-chart with 1/4, and again count out maybe 5 or 6. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And then I'm going to do the same with my with 3/10. 3/10. Do my sideways t-chart. Again, draw out about 5 or 6 lines. And I'm going to count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And I've got 10, 20, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay? So I have them. Now again, I'm looking at the denominator. I don't want to look at anything else but the denominator in each one. So I start off with here I have a 4. Here's a 10. Is that together? Nope. Here I have an 8. Anywhere close to that 10? No. 12? Nope. So we move to 20. Nope. 20 and 12 don't work. So let's go to 16. 10, 20, nope. Here's a 20. Oh, I have a 20 here. So I'm going to use that 6 twentieths and the 5 twentieths. And I have to look now at the numerator, okay? And in this one, 5 twentieths, and I look at 6 twentieths, well, 5 is less than 6. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to put 2 dots here because 6 is bigger than 5, and I'm going to put 1 dot here. And that's going to help me remember. I'm going to go up here to my fraction. I've got 1/4. It gets 1 dot. 3/10 has 2 dots. So it gets 2 dots. And then I connect my dots. And 1/4 is less than 3/10. Okay, do you see how that works? Let's try another one. Let's try, I'm looking here at the paper here. I got to come up with one. Let's try, oh, let me change colors. I like to do different colors. Let's go 1/5 and 2/8. Okay? And so we're going to take each fraction, and what's the first thing we're going to do? Sideways T-chart, very good. I'm going to take 1/5, and I'm going to count it out. And I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, right? Okay, and now I'm going to do the same thing with my 2/8. And I'm going to say 2/8. And I'm going to count it out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Because remember, again, I'm making equivalent fractions with these. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. And so I'm going to look at my denominators. And I'm going to see, I've got 5, nothing. 10, no. 15, no. 20, no. 25, no. 30, no. 35, no. So I'm done. So could I go ahead and add another fraction here? This next one, 7, this would be 8, and 35 would be 40. Do I see one there? I see 8. This is the 40s in both of these. So I look at this. So now I look at my numerator. Which is bigger, 8 or 10? 10 is bigger. So we put 2 dots here, 1 dot here. That's 1/5, so I would put 1 dot there. This is 2/8, so I would put 2 dots there. Well, if I can get my pen to work. And I connect them, and I have 1/5 is less than 2/8. Okay, we're going to do some more practice with this week. I just want to kind of introduce it to you, and we'll do some more. So we're not really going to have any problems that you do on your own just yet. I want you just to wait and see. All right? So just kind of let this marinate in your head for a little bit and see if it comes to. All right? And we'll look at it on Friday.